Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Cat's on your face. How is everyone this morning?
Yes, how are you guys? Let me get my restream open.
We have tried a new strategy of feeding Buffy as soon as we get up, and it's resulted in a friendlier Buffy. Now
Hello.
getting switches.
Hello. Now I get to stroke the Buffy. Now she is on my side of the desk.
Yeah. How
Aww.
fortunate for you.
Now there's hair in my teeth, but I don't care-y.
Nice. Let's move chat there for a second and inform our friends. Steiny is streaming, that's cool.
That's awesome. Oh, I need to zoom way out.
She wandered off. Okay, cool. You need to zoom out a lot. Ah, I see. Cool. You're doing more plotting out stuff.
Storyboarding. Yes, I am.
Yeah, for the layman's out there in the world, you know.
For the Michael Laymans.
Yeah.
Michael Layman Doig.
That's my name. I wish that was my name.
Why? Layman is worse.
Nah, I don't think so.
Why? Everyone would be like, oh, you're gonna get laid, man. Are you the layman? You lay all the ladies.
I thought it would have been like lame man. I had never taken it to the connotations that you are.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I got beats over here. Let's see. So what are you most excited to do in the storyboard next?
What I'm most excited to do next. I don't know. To be honest, I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants with this. I did a few shot competitions before I started. And I'm just kind of applying what feels right as I go. I am a little worried that I'm falling back on old formulas.
Oh, okay. Such as what?
Well, I mean, this shot of having Danny in the foreground laughing with Aaron in the background is similar to the one I started with the game Grumps.
Oh, right, yeah.
Where Aaron's in the foreground and Danny's in the background laughing.
Yeah.
But I think it feels right for the moment because I need to be able to see Aaron's reaction and I need to be able to see that Danny's laughing.
Yeah.
Or at least I feel like it's kind of... I feel like it would be lesser, maybe, if it was just centered on Aaron screaming or just centered on Dan laughing.
I mean, strong compositions are strong compositions for a reason. Even if you reuse them, they're still a strong composition.
Yeah, but I just don't want to... I don't want to be a one-trick pony, you know? I don't want to end up just doing the same thing over and over. And everyone being like, oh yeah, there's the shot Cindy's always using.
Right. Wow, how could you push it? Could you have if it's supposed to be comedic, then the flat framing lends itself to that. So anything more dynamic might lessen the impact of the comedy.
Yeah, but then I always see other people's, and they often go a lot simpler than me, but sometimes simpler is way better, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the comedy works really well. I'm like, oh, I never would have thought of doing that. Like it works super well, and it means that they have less animation work to do. It's not about that though. I just mean they think about it in simpler terms.
Yeah, they get the same mileage out of less.
More mileage.
More mileage out of less.
Yeah. So I just want to. I don't want to always fall back on the same things over and over.
Yeah, gotcha.
And how about you? What are you working on?
I'm not sure. I'm just thinking about that for a sec. Like, I've enjoyed doing the Bare Naked Ladies, but I want to work towards something.
Raven King?
Yeah, I could do some Raven King stuff.
You could do something for the Patreon post. Like some kind of something which demonstrates what you're talking about on it.
That's true. Yeah.
Like you could do different character colours or environment colours or something to show different moods or say different things about them.
Yeah, I was going to use previous examples and stuff for that because I'm kind of behind on that post. But it's a good point.
I'm just spitballing.
I know, and I'm trying to think.
Well, so hello, Lord Oasis. Welcome.
Hola.
Good morning. And how are you doing? Do you mind me asking what it is you talk about in your post specifically?
No. No, it's okay. It's dealing with. I started by describing like how to describe color, so that there's the grounding of like terminology that I'll use later, and then I try and cover the points of what context for when you're choosing.
The cat playing.
When you're choosing colors for a given scene or for a character design, how do you choose the appropriate color? And the grounding and the evidence for that is the context in which the character is going to be seen. So that might be a number of additional layers. What's she doing in there? And should she be going in there?
I'm sorry, we got temporarily distracted because we lived with a comic book artist and the cat just like went and climbed into the alcove where they keep their pages.
Yeah.
We were like, she better not be peeing. But I think it's fine. She's in barefoot for like 5 seconds, so it's fine.
She's in rage mode. So given the supporting context for the way that that color is going to be seen, so that may be a number of layers of stuff like what are the colors going to be seen next to, because our vision interprets colors in particular ways when they're seen next to one another, and then given the context of if it's a character, the character is going to be seen in the context of the story. So the story will influence what the colors could be. there might be uniforms or something dictated by the story, things like that. Also,
sorry, go ahead.
Other characters in the cast of characters can influence one another. Like if you want one to be particularly distinct from the others, then you need to know what the others are and that sort of thing.
How much did you go into colours for storytelling over colours for realism?
I don't go into that at all.
Because that could be a cool thing to go into. So what I mean by that is that often when people colour, they'll be like, this is the character's crying in the scene and they're under a tree and it's night, so I'm going to do everything like night colours. And you know, the tree's going to be the regular tree colour and everything. But you don't have to paint things realistically, especially not in the moments where there's strong storytelling or emotion going on.
Yeah.
Like, you could have everything entirely blue. A good example of this, which I can get up actually, one sec. Let me find it before I retweeted it. Tiff showed this to me. And also, Oasis, I'm glad that you're doing good. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think I've got a small snippet of this. I call it emotional colour.
Yeah. I think it's good to emphasise to people that sometimes it's better not to colour things the way that they should be coloured.
That's you mean the way that you would anticipate they would be coloured?
I'm trying to think of how to put it. Like, I want to say a word the right word over realism, but I can't think of the right word.
Yeah. I'd say maybe emotional over accurate.
Okay, here we are. So Tip showed this to me. Some people have done a trailer for Akira, and they've remade some of the shots in 3D for the trailer, and the trailer's great. You should check it out. I shared it on my timeline yesterday. It's really, really good and really affecting. And you'll see one of the things that they've done is they've changed the colours of some of the shots. These are shots side by side, so you can see how closely they've replicated everything. And the shot I'm thinking about in particular is this one. So in their version, they've coloured this shot completely red, which is a very different departure. In fact, it's the most different departure from the shot they're replicating of any of the shots they've done. All the other shots are very, very, very close to the originals. But in this shot, they've completely changed it. Rather than use the colours that the original used, which is kind of blue-grey buildings and white smoke, they've done it completely red.
Yeah.
And the effect is much, much more emotional and much more affecting, and I think it's better than the original. Let me show you guys it in motion so you can see the actual shot.
Yeah.
That shot is amazing. It's the one I remember most from the trailer. And so much of it is to do with the colour. And of course that's not realistic. You would never naturally see it that way. But that works for the moment so much better.
Yeah, it feels like everything's falling apart. It's like it looks like the building's crumbling, right? From what I saw, yeah.
So you could do something like that where you show a moment with naturalistic colours, and then you show the moment with emotional colours.
Yeah. So you mean paint that now?
Yeah, you could do that. I'm just like I said, spitballing
Oh, okay.
suggestions and stuff of things that I think could be cool to show in the post, given what you're telling me it's about.
Yeah, it's a really broad topic. I keep feeling like it could branch out into other posts. So like a post about emotional color would be really cool if I touched on it in this post as something to keep in mind, and then extracted it for later. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what is the main focus of this post then? What is the thing that you will focus on this time?
There's not really a main focus, I don't think. It's talking about how context can influence color choice, and that the context for color will change which color you use as the kind of main thrust of it. So it's an exploration of like how color is affected by context.
But then maybe you could paint something to do with that. You know, something to demonstrate that more. Like, is there a part in the post where maybe you feel like there could be a picture or should be a picture, but you don't necessarily have one which feels completely right?
I'd have to look over the post again. I was reusing a lot of the slides from the talk I gave last year, so I've got a fair bunch of pictures in there. It doesn't feel like doesn't feel like there's a gap.
Right.
But I could replace one of them with something that feels stronger. A lot of the examples I was skipping was looking at the first episode of Avatar.
Yeah, it's a good thing to look at.
So I'm demonstrating a lot with that. Yeah, it's quiet this morning. No worries though.
Yeah, it's nice to have your company though. How's your week been going so far? Anything interesting happened to you? Something very cool happened with us. Mike's book got released yesterday.
Yeah.
That he's been the colorist on. It's called Coda and it's from Boom. And it looks amazing. I read it and it's just great. I love it so much.
I'm glad you like. I was gonna watch you read it, but I kind of just left you to it, which has probably made this experience for you a little more less intimidating.
Yeah, definitely reading in front of someone is it's not the most natural feeling thing.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the reasons Avatar is great to look at though is how much they use color. And its associations for the different tribes of people.
Yeah, for sure.
So the water tribes obviously blue, but not only are they blue, their entire environment, all the clothes, all the props, everything has this tint. Yeah. And they all have their own shape language they're designed after as well.
Yeah.
Like the Earth Kingdom, green, Fire Kingdom, red, like Avatar Kingdom, Airbender Kingdom, orange.
Yeah.
They all have very, very strong visual identities, and most of the reason they have strong visual identities is because of colour.
Yeah, for sure. Like I talk a little bit about the fact that Sokka and Katara have very similar colour schemes, so you group them when you first meet them as being associated with one another, as being a pairing, that they have an identity that is shared between them, and then Aang comes into it. He's completely different. He's complementary to them.
Yeah.
So he feels unfamiliar and alien, especially in the as you described it, the blue landscape, all the ice and everything. But when you first see Aang, he's in his avatar state, which overrides the local colors of everything in the scene, and it's all completely blue. So that, for me, is like saying he's in tune with everyone when he's in his avatar state. Like he's supposed to be providing balance. So in a overall blue color scheme, which is mostly monochromatic. Everything's kind of in harmony. Nothing's kind of contrasting or sitting outside of it, which is a pretty cool statement on what he's supposed to do to the world.
Yeah.
Like he has to bring everything into balance, and then when that fades, he's then left standing there as this complementary, which is like the contrasting side of the color wheel from the other two.
Yeah.
And shows that he's different from them, and that's when Sokka and Katara react to him differently. Katara wants to help him, Sokka doesn't want anything to do with him. They use Aang's colors a lot in the first episode to highlight or be a backdrop to danger. So it's only at the point where Aang is perceived as a threat to the village that the overall lighting scheme is like twilight, golden light time.
Yeah.
So the whole scene is bathed in Aang's colors while they discuss the fact that he has to leave. Which I think it's that emotional color thing you were describing where the whole palette shifts and changes, and you do get that during Twilight Golden Hour. It's not unnatural, but it definitely felt purposeful for the scene it was occurring in.
Yeah. That sounds great, dude.
Thanks.
Aline! Hello, Aline. Good morning. We were chatting about colour. How are you doing?
Hello. Alan says she's doing good.
Good. That's a good. What are you up to today?
That's a good show. Ah, that sucks. Losing something when you tied it up. It's backwards, isn't it? Usually you tidy up to find things.
That's true. Like, you think you would know where it is if you tidied up.
You did buy that statue.
It's like you've got everything you need now. You don't need this card anymore.
Could you imagine if things you didn't need anymore just stopped existing? But
that'd be great.
But you didn't know. So you kept looking for it because you didn't know that you didn't need it anymore.
I think I'd start assuming. I'd be like, well, maybe I didn't need it. Maybe that's why it's disappeared.
Skies are awesome. They can like be whatever color you want them to be.
It's true.
What? You're listening to Paramore, huh? Okay. What if all your stuff suddenly disappears because you're gonna die that day? That will make funeral arrangements easier.
I guess you could at least prepare, but that would be horrible. That'd be awful. I wouldn't want to know, you know?
Oh, last unicorn. Yeah. I thought you said drawing is rock hard. There. Hello, Hardik.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking. This is the problem with storyboarding on a live stream. Is I'm like, what should I do for this next shot? And then I zoom back in and I'm like, oh wait, did anyone say anything?
Yeah.
I was thinking about what I could do for the next shot.
But you kind of got me in the same thing where you were like getting me to think about the color post I was writing. As I'm so not in the cerebral state of mind. It was good when I started to be able to just memorize and recount what I was already said, but trying to think of what to do, it's like so what I've decided to do is a sky world painting to explore like color stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It might not turn into that later, but that's what happened. And I'm listening to The Last Unicorn.
Hardik says, drawing rocks is hard. Animating floating rocks is harder. What are you animating, Hardik? Is it floating rocks? You can do it! We believe in you.
Do we?
Yes!
Are you sure?
Uh-huh.
I don't believe you.
Mike doesn't believe in me, but I believe in you, Hardik.
I believe in the India that believes in you.
That believes in me or in Hardik?
In Hardik. I meant to say Hardik.
Are you animating one of the commissions? Because I saw that you had one in the pet bar the other day.
That reminds me, someone contacted us asking whether we wanted to do cutscenes for a mobile game, and I asked them more questions about it, hoping to get answers so that I could pass on
it to someone else in the peg bar.
Yeah.
But have they got back to you?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Actually.
And Darlene, that was a good mermaid.
They might have. It looks like there's more messages and stuff.
Okay, I know kind of what I'd like here. So let me just get rid of this. Get rid of this. Dope.
One of the things that I talk about in the post is the fact that different hues reach their saturation point at different values, and I want to test something.
What is that?
I want to test this. I'll show you. Just take my drink. So if I add a hue saturation adjustment layer and bring the give me the properties. Let's just do that again.
So what is it that you're showing here? Can you explain the principle to me a little bit?
1 second. Properties. I was going to explain it as I was showing it. But there we go.
That leads us straight at how inefficient the Instagram app is. I'm with you, Aline.
Okay. So if I bring the saturation all the way down and then go in the saturation below, and what I'm going to do is shift the saturation, the hue, and I want to see if the values change. No.
Mike's experimenting. He's writing a colour post.
Yeah.
And he wants to know things.
Values themselves aren't changing, But if I reveal the this is bending my mind. If I reveal the painting and then shift the values, no, sorry, not the values, shift the hue. Like, it feels as the hues are changing that the values, like this purple feels a lot darker than this blue green. Similarly, this green and yellows, it feels a lot more vibrant and bright than the other colors, even though the values are the same. I wonder if that's just a consequence of the way we see. Huh.
No, we don't count Facebook, Hardik. What is Facebook? Let's never speak of it again. Ha! Hardik says your avatar colour post will bend all minds. Nice. I appreciate that. It's a good joke. And it says I bet the values do change. But how so?
They don't though. If I pull the saturation all the way out of all the colors, then my painting values don't change. But I put the saturation back up. Like the value relationships between each thing is so different across the hues.
So are you just changing the hue of it?
Yeah.
I am unsurprised in that case. Why are other people surprised?
How do you mean, why are other people surprised?
That the values aren't changing.
Because the perceived value is. Like,
yes.
This feels lighter and darker as I shift across.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know the you have to take a screenshot of each hue and put the black and white version on the side. I still don't believe it.
It is true, the perceived value does change.
Yeah.
Like, for example, when you put more purple into a blue, the blue looks darker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even when it's not.
Ali was like, India's totally unimpressed while I just can't believe it.
I get uber impressed by other stuff though, that people are just like, yeah, of course. Sorry, Mike.
I've got a cool thing that James Gurney did. It was this that sort of showed me. It's a cool way of visualizing the different saturations of different values. So yellow is more saturated. When it's more saturated, it's brighter. Or yeah, it's bright as saturation. It's brighter than a red, which is brighter than a blue. Which is probably why when you mix the red and blue, you get a sort of darker purple, which is even a lower value. So yeah, my post is pretty broad. Like as I've been writing it, I think that's the thing I've been struggling with most. Is it's more of an overview than a focused post.
Is there anything you can give people which would be like applicable to their work? Like any practical tips you can give? Because it always helps people to be able to look at the post and then be able to see what they can apply to their work afterwards, rather than just like having a lesson.
Yeah, like I started to talk later in the post about how to split up. If you're making, if you've got a limit, if you have a palette for your character, how to balance that to, like, if you have a primary color, you can cover like about a fifth, 20% of their surface area with that primary color, and then 70% of it with either a complementary or another color that's out with this quad.
Have you talked about the different color palette options? Like
briefly, yeah. Triadic, split complementary, yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
And you've given examples?
Yeah.
One of the things I was going to say is, have you talked about local color versus
perceived color?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. In that case,
it's pretty much the talk I gave.
Yeah.
With the slides and stuff.
I'm just thinking that one of the things which might be really good is it's great to describe these things, but I think they think in most and are most easy to understand when you see someone actually doing it and applying it.
Okay.
So in terms of local color and stuff, I think one of the things which could be really good for you to do will be to take a picture of one of the characters that you've coloured just with their local colours. And then show how you would change those colours if it were nighttime, if it was strong, like golden hour.
Right, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I gotcha, I see what you mean.
So that people can see, oh, so if this is brown, this goes almost completely black under this kind of colour.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's an easier way for people to understand. You can say for each one, with this one, because it's under this light, I did this to the colours because.
Okay.
And I think that's helpful for people when they're colouring their own comics and stuff, because they can be like, okay, this scene is under this lighting. How do I colour this?
Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Less words, more visuals.
More just, less just, this is what a local colour is, and this is, and this is changed by the lighting in the room, and more, this is how I've taken this character and changed the lighting. I did this, this, and this because.
Yeah.
Like one of them is telling people the principles, and the other one is showing them how to apply them.
You know what's really annoying?
What?
I did the exact thing you're describing, where I started with a character, took the local colors, and then applied the lighting of the scene in Coda, but it's in issue 2, and I wasn't doing it with that mindset in issue 1 as much.
Could you replicate that?
Yeah, for sure. I could maybe take scenes from Gloom or something.
Yeah. Feel free to. Take either a scene or just a character, whatever. Whatever you like, you have a lot of pages that you can take images from.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that you should make the example you painted available, so I can test it out myself in Photoshop. Science is about being able to replicate the experiment yourself, after all. I could also paint my own thing, of course, but you didn't know something to demonstrate this point. Yeah, you could make a GIF.
Yeah.
Of the colours changing. Be pretty cool. Would be a cool thing to have as the Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter picture for the post when you share it.
Thinking.
I still would believe a GIF. It's crazy, isn't it? Colours are crazy. This is why I think they're so difficult. Don't know how you do it, Mike. You said that yourself. I mean, I promise that he's not conning you. But I think it is more fascinating when you do it yourself and you're like, oh my god, it's true! It's a real thing. Ba-ba-da-ba. Oh. Mike's just reading over his post again.
Yeah, I am.
Giving it hard thought. Skepticism is very useful in science, Aline. You gotta question things, or we wouldn't ever explore beyond our first impression. And also, Aline, I would not put it past Mike to have done some kind of eldritch ritual in order to learn to paint and colour this ball.
We sacrificed the bear.
I know, Patreon put spoilers.
Yep.
It's true, we've spoiled you all.
A lot of my rewriting from yesterday was like changing the language, like this could happen to this will happen, because I'm so fucking uncertain about everything I'm saying.
Mike and I have been trying to build up Mike's assertiveness and confidence so that he feels more able to believe in himself and do the things he wants to do, but it's difficult to erode a bedrock of uncertainty. I think he's starting to notice it.
I'm annoyed by it. Yeah.
And he's starting to notice it just in the everyday language that you use. And yeah, writing is hard. Storytelling is super duper hard. Stories are the hardest, let it be known. I like boarding. Boarding is fun when it's just for you.
I've got Steven Universe palette stuff, but I could probably use Coda to demonstrate it better.
Yeah, the Steven Universe has beautiful palettes. I don't mind having some of that in there, but Coda, like, it seems like a good opportunity to show people what you've been working on.
I made this dude, and Where is it? Window. These are my color swatches for when I'm working on the characters. Because these are on Coda, yeah. These are recurring characters. So this one's hum, this one's notch. And instead of having like instead of having the arranged just like rectangles and grids and stuff, I arranged it into the way that they're placed on the character. So it's easier for me to map if I'm, you know, if I'm doing the leg or if I'm doing their shoes or boots or their hat or their hair or whatever. I can just color pick to the same associated area. That makes me have to like think less. I probably, looking at this, could have made it easier on myself for this color selection to just be slightly bigger.
But you live and you learn, huh?
Yeah.
And they are the local colours of the characters, is that right?
Yeah, so those are the, those would be the local colors of the characters' clothing and materials, and then they'll never really appear as pure as those. Unless there's making a statement that they're outside of the context of an environment. So yeah, I could use these guys. If you guys have any questions about color as well, like throw them at me, and it'll help inform what I need to talk about in the post.
Yeah, come at me, bro.
Because I don't know what I know.
You don't know what people don't know.
Yeah. I think you're right though. I think I need to like get out of theory, and get into practical stuff a lot more sooner.
Yeah. I just think you can show people how you apply that in a practical situation, step by step. It's much easier for people to see where you're coming from with it. Like it takes it out of the realm of being just theory.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, have you ever looked at a picture and been like, oh my gosh, how did they do that amazing like glowing light there? How did they do that amazing lighting? How do they make the skin look so soft?
Yeah.
And then the person says,
I do this.
I just use a brush with soft edges and take into account ambient occlusion.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. But if they're like, okay, I used a brush like this, and I used these layer styles, and this kind of orange to brush the edge of the shadows.
Yeah.
And then I blur it out with the smudge tool like this.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh, that's how you do it.
You get repeatable steps.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I understand now. I wonder what it feels like for Dan and Aaron to just have so many like animations and caricatures out of them. It must be so fun to see so many different Game Grumps animated happening.
Whenever when I was talking about local colors, I'll talk about what you're talking about.
No, please go ahead.
Like,
you can talk about local colors you want.
I wonder if it feels intimidating or daunting, or whether they like revel in it. You can see around the Grump office that they have people's art that they printed out, or they might have been sent the prints themselves, but they have them up around the office. I think it's nice to celebrate like them as people.
Yeah, me too. I think they would just be excited, to be honest. I think they'd revel in it. I think they'd just be like, this is amazing. Our fans are amazing. But what were you saying about the post?
I talk about local colors, which would be this sort of thing where you have like the sky is blue, the ocean is blue, the sand is yellow, the trees are brown, the leaves are green. But if you had a warm light acting on this scene, the colors would trend towards that. So I was just gonna do like, I'm pretty much just using like a color overlay there, or like a soft light.
I see you actually doing it now on the stream and giving a tutorial almost.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, that might help because you'll be able to listen to yourself talk about it and see what steps you need to talk about in the post. And Trashbot says, remember to save. Do you guys have any favourite colour work? In terms of series or movies? Anything that you remember as being awesome colour-wise?
Oops.
I mean, I always think of Disney villain songs for good colours.
They have a lot of emotional colour.
Yeah, like when you think about Be Prepared.
Yeah, it's mostly...
Or Hellfire.
I was going to say it's mostly green and Be Prepared, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
green and purple.
Blue and red in Hellfire.
How does it the latest Blade Runner?
I haven't seen that yet.
It looks like it's a lot of blues.
In Blade Runner?
Yeah, from what I've seen.
There's a lot of like orange when they make it out of the city as well. Man.
Yeah.
I should probably have just like selected the actual colors.
So Aaron's going, let me try, as he's sitting down here. I feel like I should keep him looking at... should I keep looking at Dan?
Yeah. Gonna stop doing all this. It's terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep him looking at Dan. And then on the second let me try, I'm gonna move his gaze over to the piano then. Wow, I gave him scary pupils. Take those away. Oh, we might go watch Infinity Wars today. Brian here, hope it's good.
I hope you enjoy it.
Have a good time. Morning, Mark. Mark Kilkenny's in the chat.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark, how you doing? Hey, Mark, have you seen Infinity Wars yet?
Sounds like something Mark would be into.
Yeah. I'm going to do some work on a Game Grumps collaboration that I'm part of. Just trying to get the boards done. As usual, I'm putting far too much detail into the boards, but you know. I don't know what I'm going to say after, but you know. but you know it's me.
Got no excuse.
And I'm always going to do that, so. I don't even know where I'm taking this part. Like, this could be Patrick's part. But I reckon it's always good to have ideas.
Wait, is Patrick taking parts in between your parts?
We're both sharing the same part, more or less, so we're going to break it between us.
Oh.
But I haven't wanted to talk about it with him this week, because Patrick's working on a massive deadline right now. Yeah. I think probably the last thing he wants to hear is, hey, you know that free project that we're doing together?
Yeah.
Let's spend some time trying to plan that out right now.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd just start the boards on it. And if he wants to change the boards, then he's totes welcome to change the boards.
Yeah.
But at least we've got ideas down beforehand.
If he makes the board stronger, all the better.
Exactly. He could take it and completely throw it out, but still I'll be like, oh well, it was good to have those ideas down.
Mark saw the the Avengers film. Is it Avengers?
Yeah.
You saw it last week.
Oh, cool. We haven't seen it yet. Of course we haven't. We don't leave. We don't leave the house. But we're hoping that we'll get to sometime soonish.
We still have to see Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther.
I know. I'd like to watch that with you one night. It's been hard trying to get stuff done on time.
Oh, Bryony.
Oh, Bryony.
What you say? You bought a certain comic yesterday. Oh shit! What do you think? Have you read it yet?
For those who might not know, Mike worked on a comic called Coda on the colours, and it came out yesterday, and it's his first published book, so he's really excited.
It was super pretty. Yeah, it was.
It's beautiful.
Hear this confidence. Yeah, it was. Marius did a great job.
You did a great job.
I wish I could show you guys like the stuff that's going on in issue 2.
Well, at least you can now show the stuff that's going on in issue 1.
Yeah, kind of.
But yeah, how is everything at the studio, Mark?
Eileen's like, no, Girl on the Glim is the first published book. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
I know, right, Eileen?
Thanks, Mark.
It's like I don't even matter anymore.
You're the one that said it.
Said what?
That Coda was my first published book.
As I know that's the way you see it.
It's the first non-self-published book.
There you go. Me publishing it not enough for you, eh, Mike? Me putting my hard-earned cash into publishing my own book not enough for you, eh, Mike? Not official enough for you, eh, Mike?
Nope.
Even though I stamped it and signed it and packaged it and sent it, it's not enough for you, eh, Mike?
Nope.
There you go, folks.
You heard it here.
See? I'm super proud of Girl in the Glim still.
Me too.
it's still making sales slowly but surely.
Yeah,
It climbs the rock face of life. I don't know what metaphor that was.
I don't know either.
But it's getting there. It's climbing. It's climbing. A couple of books a month. It's doing it.
We need friends to tell friends to tell friends to tell friends.
What we need, Mike, is more books.
Yeah.
More of the story.
Yeah. That's true.
We need to get to the good stuff.
Yeah. It's not even got to like any of the good stuff, yeah.
Hey!
It's all
It's
bad
got
stuff.
to some of the good stuff. How very dare. How rude.
You just need to release a new issue every month.
Yeah.
Hardik, we could do that if we full timed it.
We actually could do that if we full timed it. If we had the money to full time.
20 pages a month is nothing.
If only someone was paying me to do Glim.
Yeah. What you need is a real Glim to pop up and help out.
That's true. I don't know how it would help, to be honest. You can give me back rubs.
Hey, that's my
Act as
job.
a nightlight. Be encouraging. Unlike somebody.
I'll kill you.
Did you just tell me you'd kill me?
Yeah.
Well, that's precisely the kind of thing the Glim wouldn't say. The grant we applied for, we've been looking out for it, but it's been oddly silent.
Oh yeah.
Like, the website hasn't been updated since the submission day. Like, they haven't even said submissions are closed.
Yeah, it's weird.
And the Twitter hasn't been updated in ages. But we found out that's because it's almost entirely run by comic artists and freelancers, which means that they are, of course, all just as disorganised as we are. But we hope it gets announced soon, just so we can stop waiting for it to be announced, you know?
Yeah.
We just don't want to be on tenterhooks. Because while we don't know the results, there's still the possibility in our heads that it could possibly be us. I'd rather just know so I can move on with my disappointment or my elation.
Just move on with it. Just
Move
get it
on
out of
with
the way. Don't want to be elated too long. It's probably a tough competition to judge.
Yeah, I think so.
But this is the year we make things happen.
Is it?
Even though we made things happen last year as well.
It feels like the year that things happened to us, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
Because a lot of stuff has happened that runs us right up until the end of the year.
Yeah.
That we never anticipated happening, but has just come out of the blue.
But okay, so last year was the year that we made things happen to happen this year. So we'll make things happen for happening next year, this year, so that this year things make happen.
I guess, this year, things are just going. They're just going. And it's we just have to kind of run alongside to try and jump on and catch up. But they're just going by themselves.
They're gone. It's just it.
It's I was hoping that we'd be able to push our wheelbarrow up the hill this year or down the hill or wherever. I was hoping we could push this wheelbarrow wherever we wanted and have control over it. And the wheelbarrow's just gone. It's just gone. And we're just chasing the wheelbarrow. We're that's our wheelbarrow.
Please come back, wheelbarrow. No, we can't even say please come back because we
Nope.
don't want to hold our wheelbarrow back because it's just gone.
If we don't keep up with it, we're just going to lose the wheelbarrow. So we have to just try and run up alongside it and catch it.
Do you know what I'm gonna do?
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna put the Sky Whale prints online for people to enjoy.
To buy?
To enjoy.
Does that mean to buy?
No, it means to enjoy.
I don't understand. Are they
It means
not?
to buy, but I don't want to be to print
You
it
don't
off,
want to
buy.
say to buy, so you're
Yeah.
saying to enjoy.
Yeah.
It's such a Mikeism. I knew it meant to buy.
Throw this
For
pink ball at
people's
you.
benefit. For everyone's benefit. Because everyone needs to have sky rails in their life. It's not enough just to be able to look at them. You have to be able to look at them physically in the room with you.
Yeah. Alien's like, this should be, oh my god, India, this should be animated. Doigin's most professional path.
This is it. It's a good metaphor for it.
But yeah, I should do more paintings. I should do more paintings, India.
I know. I know you should. But what are you gonna do about it?
Paintings.
Ah, yeah. That's what I was hoping you'd try and do about it.
I'll sulk in a corner first, though. What was that YouTube trend a few years ago? Draw my story or something. It was always done on a whiteboard. Draw my life. I've not seen that. I've seen the like tutorial videos that talk about things that do whiteboard drawings, but I haven't seen the Doig and Swift version. Would be cool.
I haven't seen this either. But then I'm always like super late to popular trends.
Yeah, you made a YouTube channel when YouTube was like dying.
It's not dying. It's still, look, here we are. It's fine. I still haven't seen another platform that's doing what YouTube's doing.
Twitch is doing.
It's not. You don't have like a Twitch library with different sections where you can upload videos.
They do actually have like Premiere type stuff now.
Yeah, but that doesn't. It still doesn't allow you to have a library in which you can upload videos without having to stream.
Yeah, you can. You can put up videos on your Twitch now.
What, just without them ever being?
Well, you can set them to be like you can set them to be like a premiere event that people can attend, but then they're just available, and it's not streamed content.
Do you have to
like,
set them as a premiere event, or can you just upload videos?
I think you can just upload videos as well.
Maybe that is going to be the new YouTube then. Maybe that is going to be the new thing.
Yeah, how it's like you can upload.
It depends if they get it sorted enough so that it's like a nice, easy thing to look through when it comes to people's channels. Because honestly, I go onto Twitch and it still confuses me.
Yeah.
Like, it still plays things at me when I haven't clicked on them, and it's very hard to find when people have made new uploads who I'm following.
Right. Yeah, it's primarily a streaming website.
It's not great at the minute for any of that stuff.
But in terms of like, I need to change my trousers. In terms of, because I student cat pee and I've got my I can't sit cross-legged with this leg because I just smell. Anyway, the premiere option is pretty cool though. Like showing the video to a live audience first is a real nice idea.
Yeah, I do like that idea a lot, but it's still not very good. Like, it's not a very good site compared to YouTube functionality-wise when it comes to the videos. And just the quality of life of people looking for them.
I guess so.
But it might get better, is the thing. Like, I'm sure they're looking to fix that kind of stuff. And when they fix it, it might be the new thing. But it's worth checking out.
Lol, today in stream, Mike changes his trousers. Yeah.
Take it off!
That'll be our sexy time. Did you just shout, take it off?
Yeah.
Sure. The trousers are now off. I can't really. There's a big window in front of me.
Yeah.
How do you show skin on a whale in the sky? I don't know, but it's gonna fly.
Or something.
It's just like India. That storyboard is just animation.
No, I think it's on fours. That's legally not animation.
You're just animating it.
No,
Stop
I'm not.
wasting your time.
I'm not wasting it. I needed to put the poses in so I knew what. They're not complete poses.
Keyframing.
No.
I'm
literally just transforming things. I'm just like, and then he squashes a little bit, and I'm like just squashing it. It's not properly animated.
Stop making excuses.
I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying.
The tone of a voice, the tone of your voice. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
Sorry, Mike. What was that? I didn't hear you over my gregarious farts. Ah!
That might have sounded that was that sore. I'm sorry.
It was sore. He threw matches at me. He's trying to set me on fire. Yeah, look at all the things he's thrown. Look, he's slowly picking all the things he's thrown at me in the past half an hour back off my chair.
2 things.
One by one.
2 things.
It's more than one thing. The matches count individually.
They're in a box. I'll throw this bread at you.
See, don't stop throwing things at me.
No. Stop animating. Storyboard.
I'm not animating.
Show people how to storyboard.
I am. This is how you. This isn't. Don't storyboard in animation software. She needs fewer poses than I do.
Yeah, India. What not to do? Oh, my playlist stopped. Let's go back to the top and listen to. Oh wait, no, I want to listen to Dan singing Last Unicorn.
When the last unicorn runs on the last streaming Sunday. I don't know what I'm singing. And when you are born, maybe it's a Monday, and you have a cup of tea, and you add the sugar 3, and then you drink it when you're listening to the last Sunday stream.
We don't stream on
We
Sundays.
are live. I'm sorry.
We don't stream on Sundays.
Yeah, you're right. Whee!
What are you talking about?
I don't even. Mike's lost it, and I'm not even doing anything that funny. Just making squirrel noises.
Yeah, because you're just like some sort of animating rodent over there.
When the last squirrel.
I swear though that some of your mannerisms just crack me up.
What do you mean mannerisms?
Mannerisms.
What do you mean?
You should know what mannerisms are.
I do, but I'm asking you which mannerisms you're referring to. Is it my intelligent way of speaking?
No. It's like when you're.
Is it when I swear by wine?
It's when you're like, okay. When you're doing something just on your own somewhere. And you're like putting your things or arranging them, and you're just like, okay.
Wait, I didn't even do that just now, so I don't know why that's making you laugh.
Well, it's usually in combination though, because you're like, you accomplish something, so you're like, oh, okay. And then you're like, you look around, you're like,
Do I make the squirrel noise?
yeah.
I didn't know I did that.
Well, you just did it there.
Yeah, but I did it to make you laugh. I didn't do it Whatever. Lee says you know Scrat from Ice Age. Scrat has the mannerisms of Gollum or a gremlin. You saying what I think you're saying, Aline. Yes, that's India. I knew it. I think I'm very refined.
So does Scrat.
Scrat doesn't think it's refined. Scrat doesn't think.
Did you know that the first Scrat sequence was boarded in one night? Like I think the director or one of the people who were working on it just went home, and they came back with that whole sequence.
One night.
Yeah.
How long is it?
I think they were struggling. I don't know, but they were struggling to like do that part or fill that gap or something.
That's crazy. I mean,
it's one of the most memorable things from the film.
In a good way. Except now they've driven that into the ground. The joke's been driven into the ground.
And then launched into space.
Yep.
No, they literally did one where he was
I know. I read. How do I draw a piano? What is piano?
I'm not modelling you a piano. Actually,
you're not.
Do you want a piano? I've modelled a piano.
Would you? I'm sorry. You suddenly flipped like a pancake.
Well, I was like, I won't do it for you.
And then you were like, I'll do it for you though.
I've already done it for you.
Have you?
Yeah.
How come?
Like the keyboard in the render of the room has a piano in it.
I just heard the keyboard in the Revenge of the Room. I said, what's
coming
the Revenge
to cinemas this summer? The Revenge of the Room. You entered him, he'll enter you.
Oh God.
So for the I can't talk.
That's some kind of piano, by the way. Just imagine it's a piano. Imagine. Imagine it's a piano.
The room that I rendered that we used to live in, that's for the banner.
I know what you mean.
Oh. Why'd you get me to explain it then?
Because it sounded like you said Revenge of the Room and I thought it was funny. I didn't ask for an explanation.
Hey Sketchman, 2 days until my Toon Boom expires. If I don't finish my tune, I'll renew it. If I finish it, I'll be proud that I saved money. Until I get the money to renew it without worrying about it.
Nice.
Whoa, so you got 2 days to finish your tune.
You can do it! We believe in you! At least that you can tell from the nose. Mark, I should check it out I should find that storyboard.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. Sounds like it would be awesome to look at.
Yeah.
I will do this thing. But first, India attempts to draw a piano for the 3rd time. India is failing again. How does piano? All you need to know, I'm just going to label it. Piano. Now everyone knows it's a piano. And that's a really important thing.
And then India attempts to storyboard Danny playing piano. Oops, she's completely animated already.
New. But I do need a bit of anticipation. So I am just. It's important to put in the anticipation so you can see that it reads properly. I always put anticipation in my storyboards. It's important. What is it?
Nothing.
Why are you laughing?
Nothing.
No, tell me.
You always put anticipation in your storyboards.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
You animate them.
No, I put anticipation into them. Because that's important for readability. To deliver the jokes. To make the funnies. To make the ha-has. To make the ha-has! I'm sorry.
I need to look at a picture of a whale now.
I can just project one into your mind.
Thanks, go for it.
Ooh.
Oh my god, well received.
Was it well received?
Yeah.
I'm glad. I thought I did well.
Well, I think you're awesome.
I think you spout nonsense sometimes. But it sounds like you're finished now. What did one whale say to the other whale?
Ooh.
That's pretty good. It's better than my joke.
What were you gonna say? That was nothing. What were you gonna say?
You're so deep.
That could be taken in so many ways.
What is it that they eat?
Plankton.
Is
Krill.
it krill?
Krill.
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 Mm.
You're krilling it.
What would you call a secret spy whale? No, wait. What do you need to become a secret spy whale?
A license to krill.
Ah, yeah! You got it.
Brian's tweet. Legit just got asked if by a sales clerk if Danny was my son. He's 4 years younger than I am. This broke me.
Oh my gosh. Poor Brian. I hope he said yes. Go to your room, son. My son!
India, do you think he would ever want to star in a Ninja Sex Party video?
No.
Oh.
Unless it was just like some kind of messed up, hair over-faced, crazy girl in the corner in a pile of newspaper.
Just chittering.
And I'm just like, ah! Every now and then. Honestly, I would like to sing with Danny sometime. But I know that that is a crazy dream of craziness. I know that is a crazy dream of craziness. But you know, one can still have dreams.
One can have dreams.
It's still important to have dreams even if they might never happen. You gotta have them good daydreams.
Oh, power cut. Shit, Hardick. No!
No, Hardick! I bet Hardick's dream is that he has like a week without power cuts.
It's a crazy dream.
Yeah, I know, right? It's never gonna happen, Hardick. Give up. Do you guys have any like daydreams that recur to you every now and then? Anything cool? When are you guys starting Sonic Reanimated? It's been really, really busy, Rita. But I hope in a couple of months, I hope soonish. Like in maybe 6 or 8 weeks or something. We'll have to see how busy we are though. I can't make any promises. I know that when I said it at the beginning of the year, I didn't have much on, so I was really hoping it would be fine to do, but then suddenly a ton of projects came out of the ether. All of them really cool, but it kind of meant that I didn't have the time to organise it.
Really, yeah.
But it's still going to happen. I'm just not exactly sure when, but I'll keep you all posted. Marcus Gully says Free Willy is saying these whale puns are just killer. I guess distributing scenes, is it just you? We'll let people choose their own scenes. So we'll break the thing into scenes, and then we're going to link people to a spreadsheet, and they can choose which ones they'd like.
I think you said you were going to curate it a little more.
I'm just going to have rounds.
Okay.
So for the most experienced people, I will release the spreadsheet earlier, so I have first pick.
Gotcha.
And then for the less experienced people, I think it's going to be like 3 rounds. They can have the last pick, and hopefully that means that those scenes might be simpler and shorter for people. And the very experienced people can tackle the most difficult shots.
Yeah.
Well, rather than being snapped up by someone who may end up being over the head with them.
Yeah.
That's my hope, but we'll see if it works out that way.
Yeah, it's not an elitism thing. It's like give the scenes to the animators that can do them justice. Yeah.
I guess so. It's more just like a workload thing. Because when you are new as an animator, you don't often know the limits of how far you can push yourself, or how much you can get done in a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Give me then. Rita, I absolutely will. I'll let you know when it's ready.
Whales in perspective. My gosh, I need to decide what view vantage point this being it at. I'm so bad at this. But okay.
Whale. That's what a whale police officer says.
Well.
Actually, it's hello, isn't it, usually? I screwed up every part of the joke. One thing would be funny, but it feels like it needs to be the whole hand, so I'm just going to do that again. Bow, ba ba bow, ba ba bow, ba 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 bow, ba 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 ba. Oh no, Elaine, you have no more breakfast food.
No.
A rabbit says, "Her."
Hey Rabbit.
Hey Rabbit.
How's it going? Ah, I forgot to buy that shirt.
Well, it should still be there, right?
I think so.
So your opportunity is still there.
Black November says all these whale puns are overwhelming.
Oh, that's great. Yes. I gotta think of one again now as well. I'm trying to think of well-specific ones.
Opposed to whale unspecific ones?
Yeah, because I could be like, oh, it's going swimmingly. Which is like an oceany water pun, but not really a whale pun. Okay, cool.
I think it's going whale too far now. It's just using whale I've done broke.
You done broke?
Yeah.
Oh no. So I just need a couple of drawings of these hands going up and down as he's playing the piano. So I'll just grab the hands and move them up, and that will do. Piano. So I have something interesting to tell you guys regarding not specifically whales, but just like holding your breath. It turns out that the length at which you can stay underwater and hold your breath is not just down to how strong your lungs are or how big your lungs are. as
Sorry.
was previously believed.
What was that? Strong your lungs? What?
The ability to hold your breath for a long time underwater isn't just down to lung size, capacity, or strength.
Okay.
Do you want to guess what other organ plays a part?
Your mind?
Nope.
I'm sure your mind plays a part.
Oh, I'm sure it does too.
Your bladder?
Nope. You're close though.
Your intestines?
Nope.
Stomach?
Nope.
Heart?
Nope.
What?
Your spleen.
What? Why?
Because your spleen stores oxygenated blood cells.
Oh, okay.
And when you are holding your breath for a long time, it compresses and releases the oxygen into your bloodstream, which makes you able to stay under the water longer and hold your breath for longer.
So people who train to hold their breath aren't necessarily developing stronger lungs, they're developing a more capacitive.
Not even. It's an evolutionary thing that started developing in people who live on boats and dive for a living.
Oh, wow.
So there are some tribes in more tropical climates where they will live on boats as a people and they will just dive for food every day.
And they have better spleens.
And their spleens are bigger.
Gotcha.
Than people who don't do that.
That's awesome.
Because they've evolved that way. Like through generations of doing that every day. Yeah. They've just started developing larger spleens.
So that is evidence of evolution, right?
Yeah.
There. Yeah. Awesome.
It's pretty awesome, huh?
Yeah, that's really cool.
My spleen!
Isn't it great that in this day and age you can buy and receive a shirt in a few weeks that has a design that was scribbled out in like 10 seconds as a joke?
Yes.
Yes.
The miracle of the modern era.
Thanks for the tweet, Bryony. That's super awesome of you. She said, "Oh my goodness, guys, hop on down to your local comic store, and this one's a real treat. Buy the peoples." That's super cool. I really appreciate that. Like, I'm hoping this comic does really well.
Me too. No, don't render it. Just let me have fun with my little plonkings and plinkings.
I love your unicorn hearts. They're great. They're super cool. I freaking love the Pentacorn as well.
Yeah, it's great.
The nag is just such a it's such a beautiful bastard. Like the nag's introduction is epic. The amount of anticipation on the page before it is ridiculous. You want one? Well, as long as you kind of know how to appease them, I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm super curious about like what it is Hum says.
What do you mean?
Well, when Hum like whispers to the nag,
Oh yeah, me too.
like, what could he possibly be saying? Oh. Yeah, Hardy Rabbit. If you can link the Google Doodle, that's cool.
Please feel free to. I just need to pop to the loo. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh wow, a loo break.
Yeah.
Terrible.
What do you know? I shouldn't have drunk all that tea just before the stream. Actually, no, I regret nothing. I'm glad I didn't. I'd do it again.
I finished my tea. I'm sad. You remember when NASA discovered the 7 inhabitable planets, and they made a Google Doodle within 6 hours of it happening? That's awesome. Man, that's a quick turnaround. Okay, so if we do this, and then you...
Ahoy there.
Ahoy there.
Ahoy there. Well, Mark, when I got Toon Boom, it was back in university. And at that time, they didn't have subscriptions. So the only option was to pay for the entire program. So I did that back then.
And you just have it now?
So yeah, I just have it and it auto updates with each new version.
Cool.
So I would say that nowadays, if you're going to be using it for a short amount of time, I'd recommend the subscription. If you know you're going to be using it for a long time, it's cheaper, definitely, to get the perpetual license. I know it's expensive, but it's, if you're going to be using it like most days, like I use it pretty much every day and have done for a number of years, so it's been definitely worth it. But if you just want to use it for a particular project, then it'd be cheaper to do the monthly subscription because it is such an expensive piece of software. And there are other pieces of software which are, I believe, as good, almost as good anyway. Crete is a really good candidate for free software. It's just a shame that it's lacking the camera and 3D controls.
Yeah.
That Toon Boom has. Toon Boom allows you to manipulate the camera in really cool ways. And also, you don't only have to do hand drawn in Toon Boom. You can do
puppet stuff.
Puppet 2D rigs and such. Sure thing, Mark. I'm sorry I can't be more helpful. It's because I got it so long ago, you know.
Here's a hypothetical question from Sketchmith. If we could live in any planet without the risk of dying, where would we live? Personally, they would live in Jupiter. Such a beautiful planet.
I think I would also live on Jupiter.
Huh.
I love the dark spot. The massive storm that's constantly swirling on the planet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like, I'd really like to see that, especially without risk of dying. A good secondary planet would be Saturn, just to be able to see the rings from the surface.
The rings.
That'd be pretty awesome.
They are both good options.
What do you think, Mike?
I think they'd probably choose Mars.
How come?
It seems the most sort of like Earth-like, but stable. Like a lot of them are kind of a bit more gaseous and stuff.
But if you could live anywhere other than Earth, why would you choose somewhere Earth-like?
Because then I like the color red.
Okay.
I don't know.
How about you guys? Same question. Mark's like, Mars! Reasons! Any planet doesn't have power cuts for Hardick. Eddie likes Earth because Earth is awesome. Well, yeah. I mean, Earth has everything you need. It has water and air and sunlight and friends and houses and technology and flora and fauna and nice weather. But Saturn has rings.
You just Sonic.
No.
You just Sonic in
No.
disguise.
Supersonic speed.
Speed wacko.
Yeah, any planet, I would live on Mobius. He didn't say it had to be real.
Nice.
Yeah, if you could like choose to spend a day or something on another planet.
Yeah, and you would survive. That makes sense.
For us to be perfect to get away from all this cake around me. Yeah. Humans that aren't Mark are obsessed with cake and do keep trying to feed Mark cake.
Oh, hi.
Because Mark doesn't like cake.
Like allergic to cake or just
No, just doesn't like it. Doesn't like the taste. The rest of us are rightly fascinated by this. And so keep trying to make him eat it.
I see.
And to be fair, being forced to try the thing that you don't like all the time.
Try this cake. Try this one. Oh no.
What about this cake? Yes, that's also cake. I also don't like that cake. But what about this kind of cake? That too is cake. That I do not like. What about this cake?
You're trying to find a cake that he does like.
Or just generally going, but why at him over and over again.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yes.
Don't do that.
So terrible people.
Don't be a bastard.
Terrible people. But Mars has no cakes. And no people screaming about cakes, so I can understand why.
Nope, just really fucking hate cake to the dismay of everyone.
Oh no, Tim's so ill. Oh, Tiz, I hope you're alright. Many, many hugs for you.
Oh no.
I hope it's nothing too bad or serious. Sketchsmith, yes, pie is good.
I like pie.
I like pies too, because you can have sweet pies or savoury pies, and every pie is good.
I always get fucked up by these goddamn whale wings. Show me a picture of a whale from below.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Mark, for what's the word? Not justifying, but
Compromise?
no, not compromise. It's like when you verify something.
Validate?
Yes, thank you for validating our love for cake by giving us the cheesecake. We appreciate it. We need validation.
I found a whale from below. Oh.
Is it whale below sea level?
I kill you. But I'm getting this part wrong, so that's good to know. It's more like this.
You know what I don't like?
Me.
No, I like you.
Me.
In terms of cake.
Me.
And you guys can call me crazy, but this is just how I feel. I don't like cake when the cake gets too real. That's not true, I just wanted to rhyme it. I don't like it when people have, in fact this isn't just cake, this is all cakes and cookies. I don't like it when you have double chocolate. Like chocolate cake with chocolate icing, or chocolate cake with chocolate chips, or chocolate cake with chocolate frosting. Like chocolate cookies with chocolate chips.
You're weird.
Like, it's just like, if it's plain cake with chocolate, then the chocolate has a point, you know? Like, chocolate chips in plain cake has a point because they add a chocolatey taste. Like, chocolate chips in chocolate cake, I can't tell they're there because everything is chocolate. Like, chocolate icing on chocolate cake, great!
So
more chocolate.
So you're saying chocolate needs contrast?
Yeah, I'm saying give me like orange icing on chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Or biscuit bits in chocolate cake.
Biscuit.
Oh, just give me plain cake with chocolate icing. But don't give me double chocolate stuff. It makes no sense.
You told me yesterday not to give you any more cake.
Yeah, I did.
Confusing me.
And I mean it. Don't let me buy no more Haribo. You know I go crazy for the Haribo. Don't let me buy no more.
Cray.
Yeah. I'm trying to be healthier and I keep buying sweets like a derp because in the moment I want them.
I want them so bad. Is that? That's not what I think it is it?
I don't know if it's such a thing as savoury cake. I think so. It could be good.
Surely there's a savoury cake.
Yeah.
You can put like salt in it.
Chocolate cake with chocolate mint frosting. I would argue why not just mint frosting? Why chocolate mint frosting? Because you already have the chocolate in the cake. But that is better definitely than just plain chocolate.
I really don't like fizzy water. I really, really don't like it. It's weird. It doesn't taste like water. It tastes like death.
Rita, that sounds awful. Yeah, please do not put literal sugar on top. The whole point of a cake is that we're disguising the sugar. So we don't have to think about it.
Yeah, you want to be deceived by sugar. You don't want to be like...
I don't want to know what I'm eating. Like, otherwise I would literally just eat a heap of cocoa powder, butter, flour. Like...
I see. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, sprinkled with icing sugar? Get out of here! What is that? What's that crap? Don't put that on my stuff. Give me only the good stuff. Sprinkle it only with the good stuff. You know, you could sprinkle it with cinnamon. Or something.
Yeah. Sounds good. I like double chocolate things.
Why?
I like chocolate.
But, like, what's the difference between a chocolate cookie and a chocolate chip chocolate cookie? Flavor-wise.
I guess it's more of a texture thing. So you add the chocolate chips to add that little bit of crunch and bite that you would otherwise not have. Like, food is more than just the taste in there.
I guess if you wanted to add crunch and bite but didn't want to add another flavour, like biscuit.
Yeah, but biscuit has a different crunch and bite than a chocolate chip. Like a biscuit won't melt in your mouth, whereas a chocolate chip will.
I guess I can see that. You can prove anything with logic.
That's your tombstone right there. You can prove anything with logic, India Swift.
Speaking of tombstones, 6 minutes past 9. It's probably time to wrap up the stream.
Yeah.
I did a little bit more work on this though. I think it's coming along okay.
I got the makings of a whale painting.
Yeah, you've done whale.
I swear I'm gonna kill you with your whale puns.
Pips, that sounds like an awful dream.
A little bit boring.
Sketchsmith, I don't really like the taste of water too much, but I still drink it. I like getting a cordial to mix with it. So I guess I can see that.
Go back. There we go.
Sketchsmith thought your whale was a bird for the longest time.
Oh. It's kind of a bird. If you say birds are things which fly.
That's true.
I feel like the composition could be stronger.
Bradley's glad that she got to see the Scarwells again.
Oh, thanks.
But yeah, we should head off ski.
Are you sure?
How come?
I don't know. I'm just being devil's advocate. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Well, a plane is a bird, and Superman is a bird, so yeah. It's
Superman,
a bird.
It's a bird.
I was only half paying attention to your screen because I'm trying to observe India's drawing so I can see her animation technique. Fair enough. I'm the B side of the stream.
That's not true.
So true.
Sometimes I'm the B side of the stream. When I'm not doing anything good and you're doing awesome stuff. That's why it's good to have two of us though. We can be one another's B side when we need it. I think your whale's gorgeous, so
Thanks.
like the lighting on that is so nice.
I'm gonna make maybe more whales. About.
Okay. Sketchsmith, don't limit yourself. You can do good art. I mean, I think I would definitely say that this isn't the best thing I've done, But I'm having fun. Focus on that and it's easier than focusing on trying to get a good drawing. Mike?
Yeah?
We have to go.
Okay. I was enjoying whales. This one's probably gonna die. Not that one. This one. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much for the stream company. Not for the stream, yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you guys for being here on the stream with us.
We really appreciate it, and we hope you've had fun.
We definitely did. And we'll be back tomorrow. But everybody have an awesome day. Best of luck with everything you're doing. We'll probably catch you around because we'll just be at our desks.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just be around. Hopefully have a good productive day, everyone.
And may the rest of your day
be filled
with
adventure.
adventure. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.